So of course, just like you, I was extremely hyped after seeing the Suicide Squad trailer, most notably for the Machiavelli versions of Joker and Harley Quinn. Then I saw some of the reviews. I saw some 27% out of 100, some 4 out of 10s, some 2 out of 10s, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. It can't be any worse than Batman vs. Superman. I mean, it can't be that bad. This film begins with Amanda Waller, who is the anti-hero version of Nick Fury, using Batman and some GIs to assemble each individual member of the Suicide Squad for a secret mission. And this rolls out into some pretty cool, vibrant, action-packed intros to some of the members of the Suicide Squad. And Katana and Slipknot were just thrown into the film like they were a pair of bag fries. You know when you go into the fast food joint, you go through the drive-thru, you get your big drink, you get your big American medium, which is really an extra large, and you get the premier hamburger. Then you got the elite fries that actually made it into the container. They were the bag fries at the bottom that fell out of the container and make all the juice and all the stains on the bottom of the bag. We love bag fries now, don't get me wrong. I destroys bag fries now, but they bag fries. And Batman felt sort of like a villain in some ways. I mean, I was a little disappointed because I read a few articles that said he was supposed to be depicted as this horrifying, terrifying entity slash villain from the viewpoint of the Suicide Squad. Is almost as if he was like a horror movie villain, and I think they fell short of that. I mean, I was expecting Batman to truly be terrifying, like when he got a hold of Scarecrow's fear gas and it was like his eyes were black and it was like black ooze dripping out of his mouth. That's what I was expecting. But you know, Batman was just Batman. At times he can be very obnoxious, he can be kinda smug, he can be kinda arrogant. He doesn't really care what you have going on. He made life annoying for Harley Quinn and Joker. He interrupted some father-daughter time with Deadshot. That's pretty much usual Batman. And Viola Davis pretty much owned every scene that she was in. She was basically Annalise Keating from How to Get Away with Murder. She let everybody know early and often who was running this. She was like, look, y'all some super villains, but I'm in super control. And Will Smith's usual good guy persona works in this film. I thought it would mess up the anti-hero slash villain chemistry that the Suicide Squad would have working. But Will Smith is actually, I can't say actually, but surprisingly in this type of film, he's one of the main bright spots. And Deadshot's action scenes are some of the most entertaining to watch in the film. He and Harley Quinn are the main focus of this movie as they have the most compelling backstories. And Margot Robbie was great as Harley Quinn. She is Harley Quinn. The accent was great. I love the chemistry that she and Jared Leto have on screen. I would actually go see a Joker slash Harley Quinn movie starring them. Let's be honest, when you consider the inordinate amount of pressure that Jared Leto had to deal with following Heath Ledger, I mean, come on. How good can you actually do as Joker following Heath Ledger? God bless the dead, but Heath Ledger's performance took him off this earth. That alley of inspiration, those drugs that he took, the process that he went under to be that character took him away from here. Nobody wants to get on stage after Heath Ledger done left, man. We gotta give Jared Leto his props. I think it was, out of 10, I'm gonna give it like a 7.5. I think the voice was a little bit forced. I didn't know where he wanted to go with that. But come on, man. He did a pretty good job. And visually, I thought this movie looked really good. I really liked Deadshot's mask. I thought that was really cool. I really enjoyed the Ed Hardy spin on the Joker's costume and Harley Quinn's costume. I really liked the flashback that Harley Quinn had where she and Joker were taking over Gotham City, and they showed for like a split second her old school costume from the Fox Kids Batman cartoon. I thought that was like really dope. There was some corny dialogue here and there, but there's nothing worse than Batman vs. Superman. Here's my biggest problem with this film. As you know, superhero movies, anti-hero movies are only as good as their villains. Almighty villains, godlike villains, which are present in the Suicide Squad, kind of put movies in a precarious position in the sense they set them up almost for failure. It's very difficult unless you set them up in a certain way unless you introduce them in a certain way to make them relatable, to make them terrifying, to make them captivating. If you recall Apocalypse from the last X-Men movie, he was a disaster. The movie Immortals, when there were gods fighting each other, disaster. Anybody that you put up against Superman in a Superman movie will be a disaster. Unless it's Batman done right or Doomsday done right, they will be a disaster. Why? Because they're almighty, all-powerful, and unrelatable. Let's take Joker, for example. Comedian gone wrong, pushed in a tub of chemicals, loses his mind. He's not the biggest, he's not the strongest, but he's cerebral, he's psychological. He's gonna predict your move and then pick you apart. He's like Peyton Manning. And here's a spoiler for Captain America Civil War if you haven't seen it, so skip past this if you have not seen it. In Captain America, we have a team of super beings outsmarted by a human who thought 10 steps ahead of them and had a well-executed plan. Great plot. Another great example would be that of Voldemort. Although he is an all-powerful being, although he is a magical being, he was psychological. He got in your head through snakes, through dreams, through rumors, through stories, through inanimate objects. Then he finally showed himself and it was like, oh my God! In my opinion, psychological villains are always the best way to go. Godlike villains, unless they are introduced and handled a certain way, put movies in a precarious position and almost always set them up to be corny, in my opinion. Bottom line, this movie could have been better if it had a better villain or villains. I'm giving this movie a 7.3 out of 10. What did you like about it? What did you love about it? What did you hate about it? Comment below. Let's keep the convo going. Don't forget to subscribe to the Mason Diction Entertainment YouTube page. Don't forget to like the Mason Diction Entertainment Facebook page. And don't forget to like the Good News Baltimore Facebook page as well. We got more movie reviews coming your way, and we got more book reviews coming your way, and we got more video games coming your way, and we got more random stuff coming your way. I'm in the bathroom.